What's good, everybody? It is Sunday, July 23rd, 2023. This is your daily, and I do mean daily, sports betting brand of record. We are powered, as always, by the almighty SportsLine, the best value in all sports betting, and it's not even close. Now, I got to tell you, it is a minor miracle that I am on the air this morning. But what do I tell all of you at home all the time? It does not matter. Nobody cares if you were out late, if Nashville, Tennessee lived up to the name. Shout out to Misfits Boxing for treating us so well last night. Yes, we were out and about, but we got up and we're ready, laser focused. Now, yesterday, not a bad day at the brand. As we look back, AB coming strong, 3-4. How about Mackenzie Brooks? I told you, don't sleep on Ken's. She goes 2-0. But this is about today. This is Sunday Brunch, and we want to let the entire world know how great our show is. So I need you guys to take just a little bit of time. We have been nominated for the best sports podcast in the People's Choice Podcast Awards. Check out the QR code or download the link. Give us a little vote. Let us get into the finals. Then we will handle our business when we get there. Speaking of handling business, let's bring in the stars of the show. Because I got to be honest with you, I need a little pick-me-up this morning. And the sniper is here. Proppy is here. AB, respect, is here. But the only thing that could make me feel a little bit better this morning, can anybody raise their hands on what happened on the early wedge on Tuesday between me and my rival, the counselor, Sia Nejad? Can anybody tell me what happened? Anyone? No one? Okay, I'll take this one. Oh, yeah, counselor, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that we had a showdown, and you were very confident in it, and we ended up tripling the showdown. And it looks like you were on your way to an easy cruise to a win.
Well, I'm only up by 6 right now, so I don't want to flex too much. I fully expected to come on. It was going to be a victory lap this morning. Well, Scheffler shot a 400 today, so we got to temper it just a little bit. But I told you, counselor. I told you. By the way, Dustin in the chat, you have it right. He says, Coach and AB are hungover. You're damn right we're hungover.
100%.
Have never been spoken. All right, so let's jump right into it. We got a busy show today. Now, we're going to do things just a little bit different. Not right here at the top. We got a marquee matchup, a full slate of Sunday games in Major League Baseball. We're getting close to August, which means every single game matters. So here's what we're doing today. Blue Jays plus 110. It's Chiefs dog of the day. Baltimore Orioles slight underdogs in Tampa. It's been a Braves bashing it out up there in Milwaukee. A huge win. Yes. 3 choices. Counselor, let me come to you first. Where are you going today?
I'm going to go with the Orioles. I mean, I listen, they're plus 115 here, and a lot of places they're plus 125. I just think that's a little too rich. Tyler Wells versus Taj Bradley. I think it's safe to assume that, at least as far as the bats are concerned, the Orioles are as powerful as the Tampa Rays. I mean, they've really been showing it since the All-Star break, including before that. And also, Tyler Wells is a pretty good pitcher. Taj Bradley, he's good too, but he can be up and down. So the plus money here looks really good to me.
All right. Well, as you were being very much a professional counselor, Proppy's new little brother, I don't know what you want to call him, Buckets 2024 campaign, all of that. Well, look who's in the chat as I get ready to come to Proppy 3 times. Your boy, Buckets. And we are smack dab in the middle of the Women's World Cup. You have any questions for Buckets, put them into the chat. He will answer them in real time. So, Proppy, if you could focus with your new little bromance in the chat, where are you going today?
Shout out to my guy Buckets in the chat, by the way. Buckets 2024. We're riding this campaign all the way to the White House, coach. But we are going to go with the Toronto Blue Jays. I know they've struggled post All-Star break. I'm still a believer in the talent. I think this is a winnable matchup, too. Alec Manoah on the mound. He's really struggled compared to his previous 2 seasons. Been really rocky. But Brian Wu on the mound, a very good-looking young pitcher. But I think that he struggled in his last outing against the Twins. I believe he had gave up 7 earned runs. I think he could be struggling a bit there. I like Blue Jays bats. I like them at this price, plus 110. So, yeah, give me the Jays today in Seattle.
Man, if they could get Manoah back to the way he was last year, the year before, he's been awful, absolutely awful. Maybe today's the day. By the way, your boy says the Brewers are winning by 5+ runs. Just throwing that out there, courtesy of Buckets in the chat. Always next level. Sniper, please educate us.
Yeah, one of the first things I did this morning when I got up and I looked at the lines was dove on the Orioles and played as much as I would ever play on any underdog in a game. I couldn't believe that it was this kind of line right here. The Rays are 4-13 this month. The Orioles are 12-6. If you go back, remember the Rays were 13-0 to start the season. Since that 13-0 start, the Orioles have been 7 games better than the Rays. 13-0 was a long time ago, man. Taj Bradley on the mound for the Rays. He threw well against the Orioles last time, but it's a second look. You know I like that second look. Orioles are a much better team right now. I'm going with the O's.
The last 45 seconds, I will ask you with all the respect in the world, do you want to do the work? I didn't think so. Sniper, #next level. AB, I'm going to give you the option. If you want to participate, you can. If you just kind of want to ride through the show this morning, you can do that too.
I tell you what, we're definitely going to get some sleep this afternoon. I assure you on that one. Yeah, look, we're going to go with the Baltimore Orioles. I think Snyder nailed it right there. And Bucket's talking about the Brewers. That is a lot of faith in Julio Teheran, which I would not have whatsoever there. Yeah, Baltimore's just playing much better baseball overall, offensively, defensively, on the mound. And again, I understand that it is at home. That is where Tampa has been crushing teams earlier this year, but not as of late. Give me Baltimore.
It should come as a shock to nobody. That's about 8 people are challenging Buckets to a showdown on that particular pick in the chat. We'll take the Braves +5. Buckets. All right. I told you, we are everywhere. It doesn't matter the day. We're getting revved up for the NFL. And I tell you all the time that we are everywhere. And if you haven't downloaded the CBS Sports app, what are you doing? Because we are here.
When you're the FedEx Cup champion, your name's on this trophy forever. This is our season-long race. This is the sought-after trophy when we tee it up, the first event of the season that you think about.
Three tournaments with the world's best golfers battling for the tour's toughest trophy to win, the FedEx Cup. The playoffs begin August 12th on CBS.
And what I mean by here is the early wedge is here covering the FedEx Cup playoffs all through the time. And I'll be on the mic for the Tour Championship, so can't wait for that. All right, gentlemen, today there are some streaks that are going on, good and bad. So we're going to play a new game we call Streak or Snap. And here's what we're looking at. Austin Riley +325 to hit a home run or go, as Buckets likes to say, the yard today. Then Alex Bregman, he has hit a home run in 3 straight games. Will he continue that today? +500 is his number. And how about Peter Alonso? He's been in a drought. So can he snap? See what I did there? Snap that streak of 12. His number is +400. Counselor, start us off.
I'm going to go with Alex Bregman here over Luis Medina. I think this is a pretty good matchup for him. Medina's been getting roughed. He has stuff, but he gets hit quite a bit, and we've seen that lately. So I'm going to go Alex Bregman +500. That's a nice number.
Boy, the other day, he's really been dialed in lately. Astros starting, and I'm still sitting in that queue, Proppy. I've got in my queue the Astros to win the American League. I don't know if I'm going to cash it, but I feel better about it. Where are you going today?
I love the Astros to win the American League. But, yeah, I like Bregman quite a bit as well. Medina on the mound, giving up 11 home runs. Bregman is locked in. They need him, frankly. The bats have been struggling a bit for the Astros, obviously, with guys like Jordan and Altuve on the shelf. So, yeah, I think Bregman's going to step up again. Also think Kyle Tucker's playing amazing as well. Shout out to that guy. Had 3 home runs in just one game 2 games ago. But, yeah, let's go Bregman to hit another home run.
All right. Speaking of shout out, how about shout out to Brent? He said in the chat, SportsLine is the best app, and we're still working on it to get better. But if you're not a SportsLine member, what in the world are you doing? And I'll get to that in a second. Sniper, where are you going today, big boy?
I'm going to snap. I'm going to go with snap on Pete Alonso. 12 games is a lot for him. I actually did not have time to look it up this morning, but I'm guessing he's getting up around the longest homerless streak in his career in terms of games. And he's been putting some good swings on the ball in the last several games. He's 5 for 12 with 2 doubles and a triple in his last 3 games. The Red Sox have a bullpen game tonight, Sunday Night Baseball, the bright lights. Alonso's going to snap that streak. He's going to go deep.
Counselor, Proppy, can you please show some respect to the sniper who played the game correctly? I said streak or snap, and he finally said snap. You two didn't say anything.
I'm a rule follower. It's a flaw at times, but I'm glad it came through this time.
Respect, Sniper. Respect. All right, AB, where are you going, big boy?
Yeah, so I tell you what, I hope that my pick here is much better than me selecting the advertisement that we should have gone with. So apologies on that one, Coach. Messed you up on the golf when you wanted NFL. But we are going Austin Riley here, plus 325. Your man is dialed in. He's got 6 home runs over his last 5 games. Obviously, he's hit a home run in 5 straight. Now, the interesting part is that if you look at the Braves lineup, all right, you've got Riley hitting 3rd. You have Matt Olson hitting 4th. Usually 5th is Sean Murphy, the catcher. From what I understand, it is going to be Travis Denard catching today. So that's going to kind of affect a little bit right there. That being said, Austin Riley is going for the Braves franchise record for most consecutive games with a home run. Your boy never walks whatsoever. He swings. Yeah, give me Riley here.
It's been amazing. The Atlanta Braves, AB, have personally paid your rent for the last month.
Yes.
You guys have been destroying the Braves, just destroying the Braves. It's been amazing. It's been amazing. All right, this is kind of a flip of the coin. I really don't know what's coming, but I know this. I have to pay those pesky little bills. We're about ready for our board, but not before. One more time.
Get breaking news,
Big news coming out of the NFL today.
highlights, and instant reactions.
The largest final round comeback in tour championship history. We're down to the final 4.
I just want to take time to analyze greatness.
Talk winners and losers with a guy who's already a big winner. CBS Sports HQ. It's all sports all day long.
All right, everybody, just type into the chat for me, please. Well done, AB. Just type that into the chat. Well done, AB. You guys have no idea. All right, now, when I've got 4 of my absolute very best on a Sunday morning, on a Sunday brunch, it's like an embarrassment of riches. I could go anywhere, but I'm going to go to First 5 Sia, which is personally one of my favorite Sias. So, Counselor, if you don't mind, start us off, sir.
Also one of my favorite Sias, but I mean, honestly, there's so many good ones. How can you possibly choose? Let's go with the Mariners minus 135. Shout out to Kayla the Rockstar in the chat who said, hey, I really need a first 5. So I'm going to give you one, Kayla. It's going to be the Mariners first 5. Like I said, at minus 135. That's first 5 money line, of course, like I always do. Listen, the Mariners bats are heating up. They've won 2 out of 3, or I should say they've won the last 2 against the Jays. I'm not really concerned about the wins. That doesn't really factor into my analysis. What I am concerned about is the bats. Like, they are starting to heat up like we predicted, like Sniper predicted when we were doing the All-Star break shows. Brian Wu is a guy that was really vulnerable, just like PropStarz said last time out against the Twins. But if you look at what he did prior to that Twins game, he's really only had 2 bad starts this entire season. His first start and his last start. Everything in between. Let's just go back the last 22 innings, which comprises 4 games, 14 hits and 4 earned runs over that time. So he might get touched up a little bit, but here is what we're really looking for: a fade on Alek Manoah. Like Coach said, Alek Manoah has been terrible. I do not expect him to rebound against some Mariners bats that, again, are starting to heat up. He had 1 decent outing against Detroit this entire season. Other than that, he's been getting completely lit up. I think minus 135 is a pretty generous number. And I think a lot of that is the market's really unsure about Wu. What I'm sure about is that Alek Manoah will get touched up. Give me the Mariners first 5 money line, minus 135.
Man, I got to tell you, when I saw this play this morning, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Now, I may have gotten a better number an hour ago, because you could have had this pick and all of our picks, for the most part, an hour early, at least if you're a SportsLine member. But if you are not a SportsLine member, I'm going to do you a solid right here, right now. Use the promo code TROPHY, and we're going to get that changed, but EC is on vacation or something. But we will change that promo code to Coach very, very soon. But it's TROPHY right now. I'll give you the first month for $1. Then after that, you'll be playing with house money. You get all my cappers, all my analysis. And right now, in the next 30 days for $1, that takes us right up to football season. There's never been a better time. So come join the party. That's what we're doing. Now, let's get back to the show. Because lately I've been looking at Proppy, and I've really been analyzing all my different cappers getting ready for football. And I'm starting to notice that he's really getting locked in. Proppy, am I wrong?
You are 100% correct, Coach. I am fired up. Speaking of NFL content, I will have some on the site today as well. If you are a SportsLine subscriber, I've had daily futures picks coming out, and I will have some additional ones today. So keep an eye out for that. But we're sticking to the diamond today. We are going to take two shortstop props that I like, two very good young shortstops, starting with Bo Bichette in Toronto, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. This number is almost always 2.5 here. He's struggled a bit post All-Star break, which is why I think you can find this number at 1.5, coupled with it being in Seattle, which is more of a pitcher-friendly environment. But considering the juice here is only minus 130, he bats atop this Blue Jays order, and they're the visiting team, so he's guaranteed those ninth inning at-bats. This is a auto play for me at this number. So going Bo Bichette over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. And then there is a rookie shortstop in Cincinnati, Matt McClain, who has been absolutely phenomenal. He's only appeared, I think, in 58 games. But if he had played a full season right now, I think he'd be the leading contender or one of the leading contenders for the Rookie of the Year. He is averaging 2.63 hits, runs, RBIs per game. That is an unbelievable number considering this is 1.5 at minus 120. He leads the Cincinnati in batting average, OPS, wins above replacement. He's also going to face a relief pitcher in Jose Ruiz, who has an ERA of nearly 6. So this is also a good matchup on paper. He's gone over in 5 of his previous 6 games as well. So it can be Matt McClain over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Bo Bichette over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. I love a good K-prop when it's coming from Proppy. But real quickly, 10 seconds. How fired up are you for NFL? How fired up are you?
Could not be more fired up, Coach. Locked in 24/7, studying all the futures markets, awards, win totals, season-long player props. I cannot be more excited.
Fired up 24/7, locked and loaded. The entire crew is ready to go. Now, AB, I'm coming to you, big boy. Is that Gatorade? Holiday in the chat says, what's the over on how many on how many drinks Coach and AB had yesterday? Well, I can tell you this, that when he walked in and whatever he ordered, they said, we don't have that. That's how exclusive this place was. They said, we don't have that. But AB had time to get up, shake off all the cobwebs, and get locked and loaded. And he is right here, right now. 5-tool player. You're up.
Yes, sir. All right, let me set the scene for everybody. It's 2:30 in the morning. Me and Coach hit a nice little food truck there right behind 4th Avenue, or right there, Art of Broadway. The person in line in front of us turns around, looks back, turns around again, and goes, oh, that's Coach. Can I get a picture, Coach? Coach was a celebrity all over Nashville. And the reason that I bring that up, one, is that it was awesome. But number two, my man was aggressive. And that's exactly what Ronald Acuna is going to do, the leadoff hitter for the Atlanta Braves. We're taking him over 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs at minus 115. Look, we don't always play because someone's due. Ronald Acuna is due, and it's going to happen today. He's going to set the tone. He's hitting the ball well. We hit this bet yesterday. A lot of it came from runs, to be completely honest with you, but he's going to put the barrel on the ball, so take that one. Number two, Matt Olson, over 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs at plus 100. Look, I mentioned that the problem that Matt Olson has faced over the last 2 weeks or so is that teams will just walk him because they knew Sean Murphy behind him was going 0-4, 0-4, 0-4. It almost kind of felt like a little Barry Bonds-ish, where it's like, we don't have to pitch to Olson because we know we're going to strike this guy out. Well, nope, not anymore. You've got Travis Denard behind him now today at catcher, an all-star from last year, and just got paid. So Matt Olson now has protection. We're going to take him over 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. And then finally, you guys mentioned it, Alex Bregman. He is hitting the cover off of the ball in Houston. Now, we don't need a home run. I'll take it. It'll be certainly nice if we do, because we wrap this whole thing up. We're going to take him over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, minus 125. Look, a hit and a run, that gets us home. You know how this bet works. And lastly, those are the three that we have. But to bring it back on screen, you'll notice I didn't play Austin Riley. I always play Austin Riley. The reason that I'm not today is because, sir, I respect the streak. Go get it.
Wow, respecting the streak. And speaking of respecting, how about respect to Allie in the chat? She says, Coach and AB, we're at Club Cachet, getting it primed and ready for NFL season. I had forgotten about Club Cachet. I think we all got in last year. Didn't we all get in last year? We all did, right?
Yep.
Sniper, do you know what Club Cachet is? Trivia question.
I do not.
Oh, my God.
We got to get him on a live show this year.
We've got to get you on. We've got to have a Sniper pick to get into Club Cachet. I can only imagine. Imagine this Sniper popping bottles with Proppy 3 times. Can you imagine that? I can. It is Proppy 3 times from last year, correct, Alex?
Correct, indeed.
Wow, 3 times he cashed that ticket. I can't wait. How many days till NFL season, Sia?
We are Alfred Morris days away from NFL season.
45. Let's go.
45. Alfred Morris. I haven't heard that in a while. All right. You all know how much respect we have for each other, but also the process and what this show has become. But there's one thing that will never, ever change, and that is the Maestro spot will always be the Maestro spot. So, Sniper, I've made you wait long enough. Floor is yours.
Yeah, I'm glad that AB said respect the streak because it just made me think of Crash Davis there. You know, you when there's a streak, you got to respect the streak. Crash Davis told us best. And, you know, AB also mentioned Ronald Acuna Jr. He's probably the NL MVP right now. But I tell you what, Freddie Freeman is really, really pushing him. And I looked, like I said earlier, the first thing I saw was that Orioles line, and I jumped right on that. The second thing I did was search for a Freddie Freeman prop because he's been out of his mind hot right now. Last 5 games, 12 for 21 with 3 doubles, a triple, 3 home runs, 7 RBIs, 12 runs. Ridiculous. That's last 5 games. He leads the NL in slugging, OPS, total bases. I don't need to wait any longer. The pick is over 2.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs. I know it's usually 1.5 here, but Freddie's so hot. We're going over 2.5. Yeah, you might say, oh, Sniper, he's faced a lefty, though. That's cool because against lefties this year, Freddie's hitting 307 with a ridiculous 675 slugging. He actually has more home runs against lefties than he does righties this year, and only 114 at-bats, 11 home runs. Also, going to go to Boston, going to go Rafael Devers with an RBI. It's over a half RBI. It was even money last time I looked. The Red Sox rake at home. Carlos Carrasco on the mound for the Mets. He's not very good anymore. He's had one outlier outing in eight scoreless inning outing in Arizona. That ain't happening again. The Red Sox are going to roll. Devers hits cleanup there. So a lot of chances to drive in that run in his last 14 games. He has 12 RBIs. I like the spot there. And also, Rick in the chat earlier mentioned Cubs he loves as an underdog. I do too. I already have them up as a play on SportsLine if you want to read my explanation for that.
Yeah, but you got to be a SportsLine member to do that. Little detail. You got to be a SportsLine member to do that. By the way, is there anything better than Sniper talking in the third person about himself? It's the best.
It's the best.
I love it.
Doing it, cutting a promo.
Like, yes. Yeah. I don't even have to do my job anymore. I just love sitting back watching you guys go. I just absolutely love it. All right. Grab your paper. Grab your pencil. Here's the recap courtesy of AB on the ones and the serious. So, Proppy. He's on Bo Bichette. Over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, minus 130. We're getting this number because he's been a little bit off, a little bit cold. But today, bounce back day. Then Matt McClain, same bet. Over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. A little bit better number, minus 120. Then the Sniper. He's on Freddie Freeman. I also like the over. I bet the over the last 2 games in this series. Been a ton of runs so far. Freddie Freeman over 2.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Don't overthink it. Just play it. Then Rafael Devers over. Basically has to have an RBI. What he has to do. Then first 5 Sia is back and better than ever. Mariners, first 5 money line minus 135. Then AB, Ronald Acuna. You got to have something Braves in there. That's what he does. Over 2.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Matt Olson, also with the Braves. Over 2.5 hits, runs, RBIs. And Alex Bregman. Will the streak continue? That's the question. Well, we need to know over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. All right, we are wheels up this afternoon. We are heading to the 3M Open. Only 2 more weeks on the PGA Tour and the early wedge and the early edge. We'll have it covered top to bottom, left to right. And by the way, Rory only has 9 holes left. Hashtag levels. That's all I'm going to say. I hear you, Sia. I hear you. There's only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know. Damn it, I can't believe we got through this morning. What that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these Sunday brunch tickets straight to the pay window. For my entire crew, Lobo, Sniper, 5-tool player AB, Proppy, very low-key, effective. And my man, the counselor. There has never been a better rival than my man, Sia Nejad. And don't forget about all of you, because sometimes we forget to thank you, but you make this enjoyable every single day, headache or not. We grind for you so we can win with you. It's what we're truly all about right here at the Early Edge. Good luck.